And my goal is to get through. So I'm not going to go back down. I have no reason to. No reason whatsoever. Hello. Okay. So if someone walks in, I'm dead. I'll just have to deal with that. Oh, except they won't. Turn that off. Open the security door. And see what goodies they have for me. Shotgun shells, rockets, typhoon ammo, so I can actually carry. Oh, I don't want that. Realistically, where's a rocket launcher? Oh well, I don't have one, so just leave that on the floor. Alright, so we've got a control room. Please don't spot me, please don't spot me. Plenty of time.
Access granted.
Just log all that, disconnect, and go read them somewhere where I'm not going to get shot. Alright, memo. Sector 46 will have command over FEMA operations in Michigan, Pennsylvania. Need clearance with Joint Task Force Office. And everything else is apparently Operation Breakdown Reports. Huh. Manderley. Just Manderley taking over. DPMT for surgical implantation of tracking chips? And laser shackles. What are they doing here? Alright, let's find out. Let's find out what they're doing here. Now, how many guys do we have on this floor? One with a long gun. Oh, this is a much better room to use. 2, and he's probably got a combat rifle. And I have no idea who's underneath us. But I do know that guy with the sniper rifle has to go first. Absolutely has to go first. I also have no idea how bullet resistant this glass is. But as soon as he leaves, I'm opening this door, which is apparently fragile.
Listen up. Operations here are over. That means gather all your toys and diapers, kiddies, because we are evacuating this dump right now. On your way out, you may cross paths with some FEMA personnel just itching to get their barracks back. Leave them the fuck alone. Some of us may have to deal with them again one of these days. You just never know. In the meantime, make it quick and do it quiet, and we'll all meet up again in Shangri-La. Got it?
Shangri-La? Oh, we've got a camera over there. And over there. Map. If I go... If we go that way, we've got 1, 2 rooms to hide in. There's one security camera over here, but directly across from me is the stairwell, which is where I want to get. And I want to get there. Oh, there's a third guy up here now. 3 guys, 2 cameras, not a lot of cover, and one of them has a sniper rifle. Hopefully in the barracks over there, there will be some way to sneak all the way around in some capacity. Yes, the box, Jensen, the box. As much as I want to kill the sniper, I want to do so from somewhere where I'm not immediately going to get turned to Swiss cheese. I wonder if that control room has security controls in it. That A over there. Or if any of these rooms have it. I'm expecting the room with the big A on it to have something, or lead to something. Also curious, Okay, so I have a feeling wherever we end up, if I can get 2 Praxis, I'm getting dermal armor. And just going with it, because whatever we're now neck deep in, it's big. Well funded and well armed. Which means we need to be at least as well armed. I do not know how well I'm going to have to time this. Well, we're in somewhere. Pocket Secretary. Mather. Air vent. Thank you. Stun gun darts. Combat rifle ammo. Doesn't seem like anyone's looking. HMLD. Oh, Homeland Security. Ha. Read these while we're in the air vent. Single login. Detroit Works 0666. Really, guys? Second time in 6 months for something? Code orange, red, and top secret files to an external hard drive before 2400. 2400 is not how you do that. It's all zeros. It's not 2400. At least not in the US military. Pocket Secretary? No, but I'll take your money. Which, judging by the sound of it, might be taxpayer money. Sneak over here. We're getting slowly closer to that A. Alright. Too low, huh? Guess what? No, it's not. Hopefully they're not too clever. Okay. Are they actually setting up watch in case I'm in the vent? If I was running, you'd hear me more. And while we wait... Oh. That was over... Okay. That's over being kicked out. Okay. So I basically wasted one of those auto hack things. And yes, I know it wasn't a security hub, but I wanted to make sure it didn't have something like codes for a security hub. Everyone seems to have cooled down. Oh. And they left the door wide open, so don't close the door behind you. Now, where's the door? The door for that is actually around the corner. So it's on the far side. No one's looking. I was actually hoping that the air vent was going to be in the room we just got everyone searching. Okay. Okay. We are in. Have an EMP grenade. And we're about to let everyone know we're here. Unless that's the single sign-on. Or, not really single sign-on, but... Do I have the password? Yes. Turn off the cameras. So the cameras are off on this level. But I still don't think that's enough to get me downstairs. I think there's going to be another firefight. Which, again, sucks. And that's an alarm panel that I'm going to hack. Because if memory serves, if I hack that, they can't use it.
Access granted.
Now here comes the bloodbath. Or does it? I might... Actually, before I try this, and while the guy's standing right there, please tell me that connected. Yes. And because this isn't Splinter Cell, I can actually get away with dragging everyone in here if I have to. But I'd rather... If he wakes up, I'm just going to kill him outright. If you weren't facing this way, I'd trank you as well. Oh, I have to... So that's how that works. Gotcha. Now, I'm not going to be an evil bastard and throw large objects at these guys to kill them. They will just have to count their lucky stars that they weren't killed. Ironically, because they weren't in a position... machine pistol ammo, I don't care. They weren't in a position where I could effectively take them out. That's a turret. That is 100% a turret. Okay. The plot thickens. Oh, this is the stairwell down. This is the sane stairwell down. Not where I thought I was. But I still want to check here, because when I poked my head in earlier, I just wanted to turn off the cameras before... Okay, they're access restricted until I upgrade. I can't even look at it. And I only turned off the cameras up here. So, moving right along. Those will close behind me. Are there cameras in the stairwell? No. Next question. Where am I going? Alright, I pop out here. And I need to try and make it down the hallway. And we'll see where I get from the closet. Oh, jeez. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But there's a camera. Feels like right here.
Jensen, that frequency we tracked just got a burst of activity. I think these guys might be pulling out.
Yeah, I've kind of been getting that feeling. Any idea who's running the show?
They're using some kind of code. But from what I can gather, the guy giving the orders is still a level below you.
Nice job, Richard. I'll find him.
Nobody come down this hallway. Do I want... I want to get in there. But I also don't want to fire a gun because they'll hear it. Hey, this is what I was looking for. Security rating 2. And this is why... Ooh, what is this? Reload speed upgrade. No room. Let us make room. By dropping a lot of things on the floor. Drop that. Drop that. Is that enough? Yes. We're going to use the combat rifle and shotgun more in tight quarters where that would be useful. Alright, so that's that. Give me those back. Does it benefit us to go by the toilets and these other offices? Not likely. The absolute best case scenario is there's a bunch of stuff we can't pick up. The worst case scenario is guys with grenades. But I do want to poke around in here real quick. Organ container. Money. Painkillers? A hypostem that I can't use. Let's see if a hypostem only takes one. It does. Where's... Oh, it takes 2. If memory serves... Yeah. Temporary HP. Okay, so I've got one thing over there. Let's keep stuff as close together as we can. That leads to the next run and the elevator. Okay. Apparently at least one of these guys is an absolute lunatic. Now, if these are operating rooms, maybe we can find another hypostem and get some more extra HP, or painkillers, or something. No, we're not going down there just yet. Though the first sign of activity we're gonna bail. Alright, it looks like there's a couple guys over here. No, they're in... Nope, we're leaving. We are 100% leaving. I don't like it. Yep. I have no idea what to expect, but I don't like any of it so far. Radioactive? What's radioactive about these? Oh no. That... that is what I don't like. Especially considering by the looks of it, I'm gonna have to fight my way there. I say by the looks of it, but I can't confirm that. Because I'm not on the same floor as any of them. Well, nothing here. I just don't like this. Not one bit.
Looky here. We got us a Boy Scout.
He must be the one who mucked up my operation at the morgue.
Get rid of him, Barrett.
Oh, that's gonna be a pleasure.
You're in the wrong game. Oh, I have to sit through the cutscene again. Really? Square Enix, why? I am so dead again. I hate this guy. I hate him. Why am I not throwing the grenade?
Bombs away, Boy Scout! Bombs away, Boy
Don't die on me yet. This Boy Scout's got a few questions to ask. Your leader, the one who called you Barrett. Who is he? Why is FEMA sending you after Seraph Industries?
FEMA? You think FEMA gives a rat's ass about some rinky-dink biotech corporation's company secrets? You got worse enemies than FEMA.
Yeah, like who? Who?
Get to Shanghai. Hingshot Court Gardens. In-house. Tell him... Tell him... Tell him Barrett sent you straight to hell!
Jensen, what's going on down there? Those soldiers just sixed out like you wouldn't believe.
They see you.
No, I was flying dark in case it got hot. You all right?
I'm fine. Patch me to Seraph.
I'm getting you out of here first. Get to the LZ. I'll pick you up there.
So we're going to China. At least I think that's where Hengsha is. I think Hengsha is China. But yes. Barrett makes an appearance. A very annoying, very painful appearance. Alright. You guys are... Wait, what? I guess I'll be going now.
You ready to get out of here, Jensen?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, take us back to Sarif Industries.
Not too soon, if you ask me. Strap in and hold on.
Jensen, I need to speak with you. Meet me in your office right away.
I'd love to, Francis, but I have to debrief Sarif first.
I suppose you could, or you could hear what I have to say and see if that doesn't change things. Pritchard out.
I can't believe it, Jensen. An internment camp smack dab in the middle of Detroit. Shit.
I can unfortunately believe that. Alright, so let's see Pritchard and what he needs.
We need everyone on high alert. It's not only the pro-ops who might want to get attacked, but the ones against them too.
You're saying that pro-human activists might see this visit as treachery?
I'm just saying anything is possible, so keep your eyes out for suspicious characters.
Right.
No one relaxes until Taggart and his entourage are out of the building.
And I'm going to poke into my office real quick, because I think I'm going to have that bottle of wine. Oh, Pritchard's in my office. Take the wine. What do you need, Francis?
What do you want?
As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it, specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access, and was streaming a lot of data through it, shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you.
The plot thickens. Now, do I have painkillers in here too? Yes. I'm not going to take them at the same time, because that's just not a good idea. Yeah. But we are going to have the wine that apparently I'm allowed to just have sitting around my office right now, and see if there's any new emails. No, no new emails. Sarif, you now have a question or 3 to answer that you're not going to like answering. And we are definitely going to confront Sarif.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarah's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
Right now, we want to practice staying cool.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
As much as I want to challenge him after that remark about him being a psychologist, we're going to still play nice.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Hello. Oh, that guy's gonna be a pain.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now, but he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Pritchard may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. The truth is, I've had a lot of other things on my mind. I'm trying to secure a future here for all of mankind. I can't let trivial security concerns get in the way when people like Bill Taggart want to see me fail. No, you're my best warrior, Adam, and I trust you. I know the loyalty you've shown me will only continue as we take this fight into the future. Because that's what's really important, isn't it? The future.
I'm gonna try refocusing again?
Boss, I think we're getting sidetracked here. If you want me to win this war for you, I need to know how badly we've been compromised. I need to know what was in that data stream, in case our enemies accessed it.
You think they could have? I see your point, son. That might be bad. I just wonder if you're being a bit paranoid here. Fixating on details that aren't critical? I mean, are you so shaken up by what happened 6 months ago, by your failure to make a difference then, that you can't roll with the punches anymore? Damn it, Adam! I brought you back in today because you have an immediate crisis to deal with. Questioning me about things that don't matter isn't going to bring Megan back.
No, that's what he wants.
Adam, are
No.
we done here?
No. No. Come.
With all due respect, sir, I am trying to do my job. The job you hired me to do. The job you even brought me back in for tonight. But it feels like you're getting in the way. Especially when you start bringing Megan into this.
I'm not getting in the way, I just... Okay. Okay, look, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm the one overreacting. If I'm reluctant to share the data with you, it's because there's legal issues involved. Every company has its secrets, son. And Megan's research was a big part of ours. But the data I streamed has nothing to do with her. It wasn't even proprietary in nature, so I don't want you wasting any more time harping on it. The shareholders expect me to take care of it, and I will. So leave it to me to deal with from here.
I would like nothing better than to trust you with this, boss. But trust is a two-way street, and the way you've handled this entire conversation so far makes me think that it's you who isn't trusting me. Why, boss? What is it you're so afraid to tell me?
Adam, of course I trust you, son. And it's not that I'm afraid to tell you the truth. It's just that, honestly, I'm afraid you'll take it the wrong way. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people. Potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
Oh yeah. Casey was worth not having body armor. Speaking of, I'm getting that. That was a little more painful than I wanted it to be. But I want to see what this private contractor dug up. Because We got fired from SWAT for refusing to do something mildly inhumane. I was about to say, is Pritchard still in here? Alright. 3 confidential emails. Okay. So according to this, my parents aren't my parents genetically. Alright, that's weird. Desert. Apparently Arthur was in Desert Storm. Desert Storm? Mouth, can you please work? Buddies went and became security. Antidepressants since 14. White Helix burned down, and basically everything went invisible. That's... okay, so we might be adopted from somewhere. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. So that's the first one. That's the second one. And apparently someone over us back in SWAT didn't like us. And we've definitely seen the anger management issues. I've at least broken a window and a couple other things. Potential PTSD, not surprising. Problems with authority figures and disregard for the chain of command. I can see how that can be a problem. Security concern. No, I don't want that one. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Alright, so it's just those 3. Well, that wasn't too bad.
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon-feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Also, the acoustics in here. Jeez. Back up to Sheriff. Also, word travels fast in this office. Especially when my office is right next to the elevator up. Hello again.
Here, this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Henshaw Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Seraph Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Alrighty. It's nice to know I was right about Hengsha being in China, because I know, at least I think, Hengsha goes by a different name here in the States. I think. I could be completely wrong and just don't remember Hengsha, even though I've played the original Deus Ex, the Deus Ex people don't talk about, and I've played this through once, and I'm still not entirely sure where... Alright, we don't have anything here. I'm still not entirely sure where in China Hengsha is. Which is probably a terrible thing.
Accompanying Mr. Tiger to charity dinner tonight. I'm heading to Utah instead.
Rehabilitation. Does Mr. Tiger know this, sir?
Of course he does. I would not be leaving if it were not a medical emergency.
Of course, I understand. Can't imagine what it must be like for willing to give up any plan to live.
Please, make sure Mr. Tiger is up to date itinerary-wise, and I will rendezvous with you later this week.
Understood, sir.
That's interesting. That's very interesting.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hengsha.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Let's go to China. Actually, I hate seeing that message because that makes me want to check.
Some things to finish up before we go.
Don't take too long. I'm itching to brush up on my Chinese.
Just real quick, need to make sure. Okay, yeah.
Ready
we
to
can go to China
now?
Yes.
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in. Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approacheth.
Son of a bitch.
We're supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengshaw Court Gardens? It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barrett only gave up the address, knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Well, welcome to China. Boy, I hope this isn't how the China we know decides to solve overpopulation.